Any clip-clopping in the back of the videos is created by Roxy Hopkins Linder. Thank you for joining us today. She reads, she writes, she's a therapy bunny. There she goes, making a little note in her notebook. Hello, hello. Quick lesson about cognitions and clearing trauma in the body. I'm going to share mine with you quickly and show you how I cleared. You'll see I'm still red in the face from yoga. I was here and I was going to do a deep meditation, hands in claws, going gently around my temples. While I looked down, my focus was going to be down, and I was going to breathe in through my lips and out through my nose. In through the lips and out through my nose. I was going to do this for about 3 minutes. I did not want to do it. My cognition said, Ilanit, why don't you want to do this? What's going on? What do you think you'll find in there? And I didn't know how to answer, so I was patient with myself. I did not push myself. I just gently asked myself to do the exercise. Claws on my hands, breathing in and breathing out, while looking down, spine straight. A few times my hands got tingly. I worked through it. A few times my hands got exhausted and I allowed them to rest. I was gentle with myself and I continued to breathe in At some point in my meditation, when my hands were moving, I said, what's in my jaw? It felt as if my jaw was pushed out to the front, to this corner. I said, I wonder what's in my jaw. I put my mind in this area. It was dark in my jaw in front of my shoulder. And I continued breathing in and out while I put my energy here. Just my mind. I didn't move my body. I didn't try and realign myself. I put my mind in this jaw, shoulder area. I'm going to tell you what my cognitions were. We all have trauma. This does not mean anyone was of fault. I'm sure people in my life will have to clear trauma too. You know, we all harm one another without meaning to, microaggressions. And so I'll share with you my cognitions. Thought about my jaw. I immediately went to a photo in my 20s. I was living with a boyfriend in Queens, and I remembered my jaw pressing forward in that photo. I continued breathing in, and I thought about the photo. I allowed myself to view the photo. I then heard my mother, this was more recently, make a comment about the boyfriend, right? She made a comment about me living with someone. Not that I lived with him because we weren't at all religious. It wasn't about, you know, whether we were cohabitating. It was just about who he was, right? You know, he wasn't for me. Obviously he wasn't for me. He's not for me now. And made a comment and I got angry. There it was. There was the feeling. There was the anger. So I got mad at her, breathe in and breathe out. And then I found my own cognition, which was, he was safe for me. I needed care. Many, many times in my early 20s, I felt homeless. This is also in my book, The Bucket and the Stone. I had no home to go to when I graduated from NYU, from college. My mom had sold her home, my parents were divorced, my father was not in the picture, and there was no home, right? So as I graduated college, I moved in with the boyfriend that I was seeing, right? That makes sense. We cohabitated in Queens. If I had a best friend, I probably would have moved in with them as well. But I moved in with my boyfriend. So first was the anger, hands like claws, I was breathing. And then second was the reasoning. I just let it out. In my mind, I had the cognition of I needed safety, I needed home, and I needed love. Pardon me, the alarm stopped my phone. I thought I had turned that off. But you were seeing my emotion come out, which was I was saying my cognition is I needed safety, I needed home, I needed love, and this man provided me care. He provided care. I mean, we shared the rent, we were cohabitating. It wasn't like I was being completely cared for. But it was a home, and I needed a home. I felt homeless. So there was the anger towards my mother from the comment. I healed it by stating my truth, which was I received care and needed a home. And then I felt my entire jaw shift. I felt the energy release. This is not something you probably would have seen from the outside. It was a negative energy here in my jaw. I investigated it by picturing my jaw, the dark energy around my jaw, and then what was there was the photo of me with my jaw to the side a bit. My comment, my mother's comment, pardon me, on that man that was in the photo, right? This was a photo taken in our home in Queens when family was visiting, when I was living with this man. The anger in and around her comment on the man, and then me voicing my truth, my power. I needed care. I received the care that I need, and I re-empowered myself. So it was visual, then it was an image. Again, these are things that are, the feeling was present tense, the image was way past tense, over a decade ago. The comment was more recent, and then the feeling was re-empowerment. So you have to allow your mind to go where it needs to go. You have to trust yourself. And please remember, when I started this, I didn't want to get into my shoulders. I was uninterested for some reason. And rather than saying like, hey, Eleni, you need to exercise, right? That's what people tell themselves, I think. I don't do that. I said, what is it that you don't want to know? What is it that you're trying to block? Because it's easier to continue our lives in the way that we're living them. It's easier to just continue with the old cognitions and the old neural pathways, but we can grow and learn and break them up. It's literally like when you clean your house and you haven't cleaned behind a chair in a little while and some dust got back there and maybe you just need to like get it out with the broom and it's not light dust, you need to scrub a little bit. It's that. It's just doing a little bit of an extra scrub in order to get the dust out and to clear it out and to have a free home. Your mind is your home. You're freeing up your home in order to live in the present tense, in order to live your best quality of life that you can. So again, I don't usually break up these videos, pardon me. I have to get in the car and make an appointment, but my alarm went off, so there we go. Everything is divine providence. I am not scared of interruptions in videos. I am not scared of being imperfect. I imagine that you will continue to join me because of my imperfections and the messiness of life and the messiness of this all. So yeah, the video was interrupted. I mashed them back together, and here we are. Okay, I wish you a beautiful day, and I hope that my transparency helps you to allow yourself to view not only your past and your present in an image, in a feeling, in a color, in an energy, and in a cognition. So I wish you a beautiful day, tons of re-empowerment, and new neural pathways for the ones that don't work, and hanging out in the ones that do.